So, welcome to this session, and we'll take this example. We'll find such kinds of scenarios regularly. Here, if you see, we want to study the impact of food and exercises on the health of the people. Right? So, we took some sample. So we collected the details of suppose 1,000 people, and we categorized them into various groups. If you see here, so the group 1 consisting of the people who takes only healthy food, and group 2 the people who takes only junk food, and group 3 takes healthy food and also do exercises regularly. Group 4 eats junk food but they go for walking regularly, and group 5 where they have the healthy food but they do exercises occasionally. So we group all the people into these 5 groups, and we want to study the impact of food as well as exercises on their health. This is one example. Now, if you compare this kind of scenario to sales, now we had various forms of advertisements, right? So advertisement, that is through newspapers or sending some pamphlets, or TV advertisement, or digital marketing kind of stuff, right? Now we want to understand the impact of various kinds of advertisements on the sales of the product, right? That is another example similar to this. And one more example, if you see, related to the agriculture, right? The impact of various components like the fertilizers and the amount of water and the weather conditions, like this various parameters if we take, and we want to find the impact of these conditions with respect to the yield of a crop. So like this we can take many examples where we need to understand such kinds of scenarios and find out the impact of, here if you see, impact of food and exercise on the health of the people. So then what to do, right? So what are the tools or what are the topics we can use? If you see the example, like suppose if we are restricting ourselves only to these two, right? That is only 2 groups we are having, and we want to study the impact on the 2 groups, then what to do? So is there any possibility of using the methods or the topics we can implement? So in that case, if it's simple, that is nothing but almost it is like we had 2 populations. So the one population is disease, another population, and we want to study some characteristics related to population 1 and population 2, right? So where as we discussed many times, we had 2 population 1 and population 2. We want to study, it may be a study related to means, or it may be a study related to proportions, right? That means with the help of means, we'll try to understand the impact on the group 1 as well as on group 2, or with the help of proportions, we'll try to understand, right? Now that means in that case what we did, if you remember, we used to go for the earlier testing of hypothesis, where we go for T distribution, Z distribution, etc., etc., like, right? Now if it is more than 2, so like this examples what we discussed, group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, group 5 kind of scenario. So then what to do here? That means here we are going to study the impact of, in this case, impact of food and exercise on various groups, that means various populations, right? So that means we want to study the means of various populations, right? To study the means of various populations and its impact, its relation, what we do is we'll take the help of variance here, right? So that means here we are going to use one concept called as analysis of variance, or called as ANOVA, right? So this is where we have to go for the concept called as ANOVA. That means when we are dealing with different groups, different parameters, different attributes and its impact, that means dealing with many populations, and we are going to use means of populations, right? So then we'll take the help of analysis of variance, or ANOVA. Thank you.